please welcome Artistic Director and founder of Louise Bedard Danse, Louise Bedard.
Hi, I'm very impressed today because all these women, all these men, but mostly women right now. So I didn't think that it was going to be like that big. And I just prepare a small 2 minutes. But in the same time, I like Karen, what she said about, because I was following her gesture, she said about this space, these people, these roots that we have. It's very, not shocking, but very like an immense gift that Miriam did with the dance collection dance and her husband. So I will read now. It's an exquisite pleasure for me to be here to talk to you about Jeanne Renaud. I know Jeanne since a long time, but for me to talk about her, it's a little bit difficult because we are close. So I'll continue to read. I met really Jeanne here in Toronto while we were doing the project on dance collection dance, a remounting of her early pieces dated from 1947 when she was in New York. So it was a great pleasure that I have been chosen to dance for her because I didn't know that woman at that time. So I just heard her name here and there. But to be in the studio with her and François Sullivan at that time also create something very new for me, to be able to express what she wants, and the clarity that she asked for, I was very like shocked because I was doing all kinds of funny stuff and art stuff, but not this type of dance. So I didn't imagine that I was not going to go along with her. So I said, as a young dancer, that's it, that's finished. But it's from that point on in Toronto that our connection starts really as a growing one, and as a personal one, and a friendship one. So Jeanne's presence is remarkable. She's a woman who vibrates in contact with others and with the world around her. Open and permeable, she radiates an intelligence and lucidity that reflects in all aspects of her life, and in particular, where her art is concerned, dance, of course, is essential for her. Jeanne is a woman of great affections. She shares this love with artists, friends, collaborators, colleagues she associates with. I'm among the fortunate ones who receive the precious advice, generosity, and attention that she always offers. So I will just take a few moments here. Since I'm a choreographer, I invite her often in the studio, and she sat there, and she's always there with me, and she gives me advice, and the advice that she gives me are very like something that I need to learn and that I need to hear. So it was very precious for me. Jeanne is a woman whose artistic drive is intimately bound to her interior sensibility, excuse my English. You notice this quality most when she is in the center of her creative work. The studio space is crucial in the life of a dancer, but I never thought that it would remain so fertile and active for Jeanne's entire life. 3 years ago, we found ourselves in the dance studio for the simple pleasure of exploring together. I had nothing particularly inspiring to propose during that first meeting, but Jeanne had an idea. At her age, she entered the studio with the spark of a creation. The project born from that moment of collaboration, multidisciplinary in its scope and vision, has grown to include another dancer, Marc Boivin, a filmmaker, Mario Côté, a writer, Richard Simas, and a visual artist from Toronto, Bruce Parson. This is exactly how dance inhabits Jeanne and how she inhabits the dance history of contemporary dance in Quebec and Canada. The stunning and recent development of our art is influenced greatly by the legacy of her enduring contribution, and it is my honor today, this afternoon, to present her. Jeanne.
Big place with so many people that are just in love with dance, I believe. I'm quite moved because I'm probably the more old one that brings some choreography of the 1946, 98, and that Louise Bédard did dance, and later on. Why? Because of encore from the collection dance. What I would like to do now, instead of talking about all the dance people that are so great, because we are having a chance today to hear about it, I will tell you a little secret of mine that I have to share, and it's about Miriam. It's fun because I was saying I was not prepared to talk, but then I say I would love to explain to the people that are all around, especially tonight here, what that woman did starting a long time ago. I was working at the Canada Council at one point, and I discovered from Toronto that young two people, Lawrence and Miriam, that were having a little theater. It was called 15 Dance Lab. You have no idea the joy that I had to see that, because it was at the times that we had lots of great stimulation in Montreal. But I didn't know that was something also happening in Toronto, because it was rare in those years to see lots of those very, very défis. It was really very outside of the classic, very plain organization, and that usually I would see people trying to come and get some grants. So they were doing something so amazing. It was for me so unbelievable to see that in Canada Council. We didn't have very many of those things. So after that, they did the dance collection dance together, Lawrence and Miriam. And I said, isn't it amazing that I see somebody that wants to keep going with the history of dance. And I believe l'histoire de l'art, in the other kind of discipline, that was for me something so important in the dance world, that we would have that kind of things, and it's Miriam and Lawrence. Then Lawrence died, and I said, how is Marianne going to keep going her own ways if she's alone? She did it. And today, when I think that it's still on, I really want to thank her, because everybody in the dance world is recognized in that dance collection dance. And it's very important for the dance people, for all of us, but also for the histoire in general, in the arts, because I believe that that has to exist. I believe in archive, I believe in the young one, the less one, that are so in between, and the old one like us, and that we see tonight with few of them that comes and talks. So I'm really moved, and thank you, Miriam.